Hi everyone, welcome back to Simply a Breeze. Today we are starting off, I think, some of the last little bits of seeds. I'm going to be starting some flowers today. I don't think I need you. I'm going to be starting a bunch of herbs to include basil, lemon balm, dill, chamomile, and something else. I'm also going to go ahead and start my cauliflower today. So this is my last unused seedling tray, and I don't currently know where it's going to go once things sprout, but we'll figure that out when we get there. Let me take you along on the progress that's been made. I am happy to report that all of the transplants that we did in the last video, we don't seem to have any that died. Everything seems to have survived their transplant, and that's really exciting. So, hi, if you're new here, my name is Bree. Welcome to Simply a Breeze. We typically go over a lot of practical life skills on top of gardening, which is something that I really enjoy. And part of those practical life skills is cooking. I actually really love to cook. I just love food in general. So I take you along with that as well. But today we are gardening. We are getting seeds ready for the 2024 garden. So come along with me if this interests you. Okay, so what's left of this seedling tray is we got 2 celery to grow, and I'm a little upset about it, but we're gonna make it work. This is my cilantro. The cilantro actually probably needs to be up potted at this point. And then I got leeks over here. We got oregano right there, and then that is all thyme, and so I'm really excited about that. This is some of the spinach that we transplanted, and it's all looking really, really good. I should be able to plant out soon. This entire tray right here, all the way back, is cabbage, and I'm super excited. I've never grown cabbage before, and I think it's looking great. Does anybody know what this little guy on my cabbage is? Like, it sprouted out, which I find really interesting, but this is all cabbage. Do you guys know what that individual little leaf is? Because none of my other ones have it, but it shot up, it sticks up compared to everything else, and I don't know what it is, but we're gonna move on. So here is more spinach, and then back there is all broccoli. None of my broccoli did crazy well last year, so I'm hoping this year it does much better. I used a different variety this year. And then over here is all of the onions that I started, and they're looking good. They could probably use a haircut, so I may give them a haircut today. But those are looking great. And then I'm happy to report more of my peppers have sprouted. My tomatoes look like they're doing okay, and they're going to make it to the point that I can transplant them and support them again. I have only had a couple tomatillos sprout, and it's only one variety. The other variety didn't seem to sprout, which is interesting. But I've got more peppers coming. That's a variety of pepper. I don't remember which one, and these are peppers. I'm also happy to report that my lettuce is looking phenomenal right now. So I'm really excited to have lettuce here soon, fresh from the garden. So now let's go ahead and get all of these herbs and this cauliflower started. I don't know. I think it's still a little too early to start cucumbers. I saw cucumbers at one point on my chart, but I think it's a little later in the month. So, stoked. I love growing basil. It's one of my best successes I've ever had the last couple of years that I've gardened. So, here we go. Okay, so we're going to start a couple different varieties of basil. We're going to start cauliflower, parsley, Swiss chard, because my Swiss chard that I winter sowed doesn't seem to be doing super great. We're going to start chamomile, lemon balm, dill, and then we're going to start some flowers. I want to start some cosmos, nasturtiums, zinnias, strawflowers, borage, and gazanias. I think that's how it's pronounced. I've never grown those. And then, so I'm going to start some of these flowers, and then when I go and transplant, I'm going to actually plant more seeds, and then that way I can have things grow in succession, and then I constantly have flowers throughout the summer. So I'm excited about that as well. Okay, and I've got my soil prepped already, and I can start filling trays. Now I just need to get everything figured out, how much of everything I want to plant, and then we'll get started. cilantro and garlic chives. We're going to do dill. We're going to do parsley. We're good on you, we're good on you. Good on you. Now, let's see. I don't think I want a whole lot of these. I'll probably just start a couple. I may do 3 of each of those. Let's see. German chamomile, chamomile I've heard spreads like a weed. I do want to start a fair amount of you. Okay. So we'll do basil. We'll do parsley. I want that whole thing to be cauliflower. I want a lot of dill. I want a lot of parsley too. So we'll do all of that parsley. We'll do chamomile and then dill. And then I'll do a whole row of nasturtiums. We'll do this whole thing of gazanias. Do gazania. We'll do nasturtium. Excuse me. We'll do borage. We'll do cosmos. Zinnias. And then I'll do strawflower. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna wing it now. I have general ideas. We'll see how well it all holds up. Can't start seeds without this bad boy. So this thing contains most of my mess. And it's not all over our basement floor. I'm going to go ahead and get the basil. I'm going to do some sweet basil, purple basil, and lemon basil. I'm going to go ahead and start 2 per cell. Okay. So this section right here has 2 per of sweet basil. So it should be 6. And then the row below it has 2 per of purple basil. Okay. And then so next to the purple basil, I'm going to do lemon basil. I grew all of these last year. My sweet basil didn't do as good as everything else, but I got a lot of purple basil and a lot of lemon basil. I actually need to start cooking with the lemon basil because I feel like it would just be awesome to cook with. I just forget about it. Okay, our basils are done. Oh, my lemon balm is open. I did not realize you were open, Mark. Oh no, you're not open. Your seeds are just trapped on top. That's weird. Okay. We'll do the lemon balm right next to the sweet basil, and I'll do practically the same thing. I'll do 2 in each cell. Okay, let's do chamomile and dill. The chamomile, I'm just going to sprinkle, the seeds are going to be very, very difficult for me to even try and handle. So I'm just going to sprinkle the chamomile best I can. Tried not to do too terribly much, but we'll see. Okay, chamomile is this top little bit. I want a fair amount of dill. So I'm going to do both this piece and that piece. So 6 sets, or 6 little cells of dill. Okay, so the dill is done. Dill, chamomile. Do I want to do parsley? Parsley? I think that's what we're going to do. So we're going to do some parsley. And then cauliflower is going to be this entire stretch next to the parsley. And I'll do, this time we're only going to try and do 2 per cell so they don't completely suffocate each other. And that way separating them is much easier. Uh-oh. Cauliflower seed just fell. I have no idea where it fell, so we're going to find a random cauliflower somewhere in the parsley or the dill, and that's fine. Okay, so you are cauliflower. And then we're going to do strawflower. We're going to do strawflower, strawflower, strawflower. We're not going to go below this middle divider though. We'll see what happens. Okay, so we are going to yeah, we're not going to go below. Okay, so that was the, I didn't walk you guys through any of the seeds that I'm starting. So this is the Sultan Mix strawflower from Johnny's Seeds. I got it last year. So that's what I just started. Let me walk you through. I did this sweet Italian basil. I did dark purple basil. And then all of these I got from that tiny shop, so they're not like very identifiable. But that's all they look like when they have the words on them, so. But I'm next going to start this purple red strawflower, and this is from M.I. Gardener. And then I'm going to start this copper red strawflower after that. Do the purple red strawflower. I didn't get my, ooh, they're right at the top. Okay, good to know. So I'm just going to put one there. Let's put a couple right there. So there were a couple right at the top, right as I opened them. Start one there. Okay. So that was red strawflower. Okay, strawflower, strawflower, strawflower. This one also has strawflower seeds right in the top. So we're just gonna scrape them into the soil. And then we're gonna very gently so these are our strawflowers. What am I gonna do? Then I want to do borage. I've never grown borage. This is also from MI Gardener, so I haven't grown borage yet. We're going to try borage for the first time because I hear it has great medicinal properties, and it's also an edible flower. Holy buckets! Oh, it's a little too early for borage. Borage, I need to wait. Okay, we're not doing borage. I lied. We're gonna do gazanias. We're gonna go ahead and give these guys a try. So I'm gonna do gazania here. And we're just gonna I'll do it here too. Okay. We will find out if that worked. So this is gazania underneath the two different strawflowers. Then means we can do zinnias. Right. So we're going to do this Burpee candy cane mix zinnia. We're just going to sprinkle and just. Okay, so that's what the seeds look like. I forgot. So we're just going to pop. I don't need that many. And go. Okay. These are my candy stripe zinnias. Yeah, those were candy cane, and then oh, my Cosmo is from Jung Seed Co, and it's the candy stripe. And we'll put the candy stripe right here next to the last strawflower I planted. The zinnias, or the Cosmos, were really pretty last year. I liked them. I thought they were a very fun, simple flower. Okay. Okay. And then my nasturtiums, they actually said if you take a nail file to them, they work better, and I completely forgot to get a nail file. So let me go grab a nail file and I'll be back. Okay, so I got my nail file. We're going to use the rougher, bigger grain size. And we're going to start the Burpee nasturtiums, and then we're going to start this little packet of nasturtiums too. So I'll do 1 and 1. I like nasturtiums because they're like a very flowy, viney flower, so I think they're really fun. And all we're going to do is we're going to take the head, we're just going to drag it across a little bit and plop it in the soil. And they say it just helps with germination, so because it's such a thick head. And I'm not doing anything like excessive with this, I'm just dragging the nasturtium over. And nasturtium seeds are really cool. They look like tiny little brains. I don't know how else to describe it. Like it just looks like, or like a walnut. Kind of like a walnut a little bit. But they're cool. We're just gonna and nasturtiums are edible. They taste almost like a like they have a peppery flavor. So they're almost comparable to radishes. They don't get quite as hot, but they're very peppery. But their leaves and the flower itself are edible. Or I know the flower is. The leaves I think are too, but I'm not sure. So this whole row is just that little plastic bag mix. And then we'll do the other row with this mix. And then I will also likely, some of these look pretty terrible. So we're going to pick the best out of these, and the rest are probably going to end up in the trash because they look like, they don't even look like nasturtium seeds anymore, is the problem. Some of them aren't bad. So I'm going to go ahead and just plop them right here in front of me, the ones that I want to use. I'm going to pick the best looking ones out of this batch. And do I want that guy? Do I want that guy? Well, if I can find where that one went, it'll be that one. I don't know where it went though. Oh, found it. Okay. Okay, so that one's going to survive. I think the rest of these are going to end up in the compost, and they grow, or I'll just sprinkle them, and I'll do like a later sowing of these. If they grow, they grow. If they don't, they go into the soil. And no harm, no foul. So we're going to drag. Okay. So now, got dirt in my glove. These I'm gonna press down, let them, they're buried a little bit. We'll do that. Then these, I'll give them a light little push too. And then I'm just gonna top it all with soil. Not a lot of soil, but everything will grow upwards. We're going to give this all a good water. I'll put the humidity dome on. There we go. We're going to put the humidity dome on. We're going to set it over there on the shelf. I'll write down everything I just started. Let me get some of these bigger sticks out of my way. That way stuff can actually come up. They're not fighting the sticks. But that's it. That's all we're going to start today. I showed you the progress of where we're at. I'm very happy to report that everything we transplanted survived. That was a big win for me. Last year I had transplants that did not survive, and that's okay. It was part of the learning experience. So I will take you guys along again with this whole process. I'll show you how things are doing the next time I'm down here starting more seeds. Hopefully you enjoyed this. I can't wait to get everything into the garden. The garden's going to be spectacular this year. It was pretty great last year, I'm not going to lie. For my first time gardening, blew my expectations out of the water. So I'm really excited for what this year holds. So I'm really excited for what this year holds. So hopefully you enjoyed this content. If you did, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. If you are new, please consider subscribing to the channel because there's going to be a lot more content like this. And I hope you guys had an absolutely wonderful Sunday, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.